Well, we are back in business. First and foremost, how is everybody doing? All right, listen, I'm going to wait. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get your notifications in. Let everybody know we're back in business. We're back on. How's everybody doing? I miss you guys. Listen, I got, I had another little setup. I had to get some things back in order, mainly because we had a few trolls that were, trolling my page and doing the most, trying to make my story their story, put a twist on it, set the narrative of like I was being messy. No, I'm just talking about my life, my story. First, let me shout out AT2. Thank you, sir, for at least doing a response to my story as opposed to just going out there, straight jacking my stuff and trying to make money off of it. It's just not cool. I appreciate you for doing it. I don't want to lose you as a follower. I think that's great. I just think everything needs to be done with integrity. I've had to strike a few people that, in my opinion, was very disrespectful and set the narrative out there that could really hurt someone, and that is not my aim. First, let me say this. I want to give honor and glory to the Creator for allowing us to be able to rejoin each other today. And I know you guys want, see more secrets revealed, but now I've had to set it up. Well, I'm definitely going to reveal my secret series, but I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Had to go set all of that up to kind of keep the hackers and the trollers at bay because they were being messy and they're like, oh, what is Angie Stone talking about? First of all, I wanted to give you a sneak peek into what the secrets will be about, but today I'm going to use this platform to check a couple of people. That's number one. There's a lot of comments on my page. Some of them are, derogatory and crazy. I mean, if you're feeling that way about me, you ain't got to, get on my page at all, because this is for fans, people that are genuinely interested in what I have going on or what's been my life, throughout this industry. And for those who's worrying about the way I look, let me tell you something. I started in this game in 1979. 17 going on 18. I am 62 years young, okay? And I pride myself in taking care of how I look. And guess what? Everybody mama's getting old. So at the end of the day, I don't care what you feel or think about me or how I look. We are aging every second. So don't be trying to size me up and judge me. Go look in the mirror, okay? Look in the mirror. I promise you, your day coming. Just wait on it, keep on living, and you're going to see. That's me checking some of them folks who trying to say, oh, we just want to hear the music. We want to hear. Oh, speaking of music, I have new music about to drop. Yep. It's actually being mixed and mastered right down in the lab. In the next few weeks, you're going to hear something so incredible featuring my good friend Juanita Wynn. And there is actually a version with Jay Brown on it as well. So y'all need to sit tight and hold on to your seats, because it is an awesome piece of work. Something I really, really enjoy doing is music. And I have to tell you, this particular song that we did came about because after losing my mom and at the period, having lost period, it inspired me to write again. And so with that being said, I'm very, very, very excited and proud of this work. Shout out to Juanita Wynn and Jay Brown. Thank you so much for just being a part of this wonderful, wonderful piece of work. All right, so just setting the record straight. Oh, that night and day talk media, y'all please don't follow them up anymore. They got, I think, what did they get? So like 400,000 views. They got 400,000 views for they call it clickbait, where they took my stuff, copied it, threw it on their page, put up a narrative. Angie Stone exposes secrets about P. Diddy, Andre Harrell, Mary J. Blige. Who does that? That is so dirty. I was talking about my story, my experience with my friends, my people that I, rub shoulders or elbows with in this industry. How dare you take it and try to make it derogatory? That's not how I get down. And to be real honest with you, I didn't say anything negative or out the way about these people. Not at all. And don't you dare go for baby daddy. Don't do that. No. I have my kids to think about. And so I don't want you to ever think that anything is intentionally done to hurt anybody. That's just cruel behavior. Now, today is a platform for me to address just the trolls and to kind of put people in check and unnoticed. The very, very important thing is it got me on point with what I should have been doing to begin with, and that is having you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be on tonight, but this evening at 7 p.m., I want you to go in, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and get in on the scoop, because the series will continue and there is so much more. They got 3 little pieces of information that I was sharing with my fans and tried to spin it, but there's so much more to what I've seen and done in this industry. So the series will continue, but at 7 p.m. on my YouTube channel this evening. So I want to see you there. Just remember, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my page, not all these other phony folks, and get it from the horse's mouth. And hang out with me. Let's chop it up. Get you some popcorn, some water, some soda, some beer, whatever you're trying to drink, other than, those spirits. You don't need that, because that'll make you mad. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and just delving into a lot of things that probably you would want to know, or questions you might have had about certain things you didn't know. Questions about movies I've appeared in, songs I've participated in, collaborations, television shows I've been a part of. There's just so many things to discuss, and it goes back. My first ever commercial. So let's get into it, guys, okay? Now, my assistant is here helping me so that I can try to answer some questions. So, Ashley, if you don't mind, I want to try to get a couple of guests in so that I can answer any questions that they might have. I'm waving back at everybody because I see you guys waving. If I sip on my tea, please don't pay me no mind. It's good. I have to do it. I'm a tea baby. Okay. We ready, Ashton?
Yes.
1 second, guys. Let me see. 7 o'clock this evening.
Christian Myrick asks, what is your songwriting process?
Christian, my songwriting process. Well, for me, I've had writer's block for a little while, but my friend Juanita kept pushing me to write. But on a regular day, my songwriting process is life experience. What I do is, if I'm internalizing something that really weighs heavy on me, then I generally try to muster the words up that would best explain that song and what I'm feeling. So, for instance, the song that's on one of my backdrops, if I could say, so pissed off, looking at life through the glass that you shatter, that would express, me being in a situation where it was toxic, and at the same time, I'm letting the person know you're angry for the wrong reason. You created this madness. So, it's just internalizing in my efforts to write. I take and I try to write things that are real and that people can relate to. 9 times out of 10, my feelings are everyone's feelings at a time or another. So it's not easy, but once you're on a winning streak, the song finishes itself. Next. By the way, if you guys hear any noise outside, my yard man is out there with the lawnmower. So.
Fly Nurse asks, what was your first acting role?
White nurse?
Fly Nurse.
Fly nurse. Well, my first acting role was, I think I did The Hot Chick. No, I'm going to go all the way back. Yeah, no. The Hot Chick with Adam Sadler and Rob Schneider. I played Madame Mambuza in that movie. I had, at the same time, I had just been given The Fighting Temptation, which, is a Christian-based movie. And I had done Moesha, believe it or not. So I had gotten my feet wet in a couple of things. Mm-hmm. Next question.
Mr. And asks, what do you enjoy most about performing in London?
Mr. And what I enjoy most about performing in London is the fact that there are no color boundaries. In London, everybody just loves good music. So when you're there, you see black, you see white, you see blue, you see green, and everybody gets along. It's a universal or unified front that I absolutely love. And everybody knows the music.
Jackie 1125 asks, how do you feel about the current downfall of the music industry? And did it have any effect on your career?
Well, Jackie 1125, how I feel about the current state of the music industry, it's very sad because music has always been a healing point for us all. And it's like we've got to grab at straws. I think now that social media has come into play, it single-handedly annihilated the game, and therefore a lot of lives were affected, and of course mine was as well, because where I love to revel in the emotional side and be a healing source of music, it's become very challenging because it's slim pickings. It's really out here like crabs in a barrel for everybody. So everybody is competing. The longevity of songs have been a minute long and it's over, it's next. So, some people don't even know that I put a record out, and every 2 years there's been an album. If you go and research Angie Stone, my last album was called Love Language. The album before that was called Full Circle. A single was Dinosaur. And if you listen to all the stuff, the music is very current, very, very good music. But people constantly say, when is your next record coming out? Like, you don't know what to tell them anymore because it's already out there. You just have to research it.
Miss Me So Blessed asks, where have you not performed that you look forward to?
Miss Me So Blessed. There are not too many places I have not performed. But if I had to travel somewhere, I'd love to go to Egypt and perform because I'd love to see what the melodies and nuances of what I do, how it would affect the people.
Dawkins Sandy asks, when will you do a Tiny Desk Live?
Dawkins Sandy. They have never asked me to do a Tiny Desk Live, and I think mainly because, in their opinion, I'm too old or not relevant enough. And so I tend to not get caught up with those things, mainly because I love what I do, and if I have to get on a show like that to prove myself that I'm not trusting the gift to make the room that is necessary for me and for others. So I don't know that they'll ever ask me, but it's okay, because guess what? You can go on YouTube and hear me at any time, live or taped.
A lot of people are saying you would be perfect for Tiny Desk.
Thank you.
Question was asked, who would you like to collaborate with?
If I had to collaborate with anybody, I always say Lauryn Hill, because she reminds me of me. She was what they call an old soul at a very young age. She had what they call mother wit, and I had it. And when I see that in her, you long to sup with the person that is most like you. So that's who I would really want to work with.
Van Silk says, congratulations.
All right, Van Silk. Shout out to my brother Van Silk, who has come in and single-handedly slayed the game, making me pay attention to everything that's going on. I truly appreciate you, brother. And this time, we will get it right. I promise you that.
Kill Bill 4 says, hey, cuz it's TJ's Aunt Bessie's grandson. Can you talk a little bit about being at the forefront of hip-hop and what it means to the culture?
Being at the forefront of
hip-hop.
Hip-hop. First off, what's up, cousin? Thank you for always chiming in. Being at the forefront of hip-hop is a blessing inside of a blessing. I did not know that my entering the game in 1979 was going to set a milestone that carried over into 2024, moving into this generation of music, having something that we was a part of the very beginning of, set a tone and a pace that would change music as we know it. Being the first female rap group from South Carolina, with Shirley Pearl and Blondie, has had its woes. And when I say that, I mean not being recognized properly because we were girls from the country or from the South hurts, because God put us in a position that we were in at a time when, we didn't know what was going on in the rest of the world. We just did what we did, and we did it well. So the fact that we had to lead the brigade and set the tone for hip-hop, the female side of hip-hop, is a blessing. So much. The biggest artist outside of the first that took what we did to the next level, believe it, is and still is Lauryn Hill. She did exactly what the Sequence did. She rapped and she sang, and she combined those two things together, which gave hip-hop and R&B the longevity to coexist. Shout out to her.
Mr. Ann said, can we expect an expanded or anniversary edition for Mahogany Soul?
Oh, that's a good question. Everybody wants me to redo Mahogany Soul. Let me just say this to you. That is a classic album, and what I would have to do is, it's almost I would have to go in the lab with a team of people on a television show or podcast to actually recreate Mahogany Soul #2. I would want to walk with the world on that one, because if I could make another one that easy, trust and believe, I would have done it already.
Jody Cycle Boss asks, would you consider doing a live YouTube concert?
Jody's like, you know what? That's a great idea. A YouTube live concert is definitely something to think about. once I get my YouTube page started, which is at 7 p.m. tonight, to reveal my secrets, that's a question we can definitely, that's something we can discuss and actually look to set up, because a YouTube concert would be fabulous. And then I would actually get an opportunity to show people that genuinely want to know what's going on, how it goes down. So yes, it's definitely possible. Next.
Tyron World asks, there used to be a tribute that you, Deborah Cox, and Yolanda Adams did to Gladys Knight. What do you remember about that night and how it came together?
That tribute to Gladys Knight was phenomenal. I'm saddened that there is not a decent copy or recording of that taping. They chose neither one of us for me to sing. What I remember most about that night was I had a gentleman come up to me, and he says, if they ever do a biopic of her life, you have to play her. I think when I did the song, Neither One of Us, Gladys was in the audience. It was so shocking and revealing because it sounded so much like her, and I think the spirit of her, it was evoked in the performance. I remember feeling like for the first time the music industry got it right. They got me to do a tribute to somebody that I could nail it on, and she is definitely the GOAT. I loved it. Thanks for that question.
Melba Moore says, hello.
Hi, Melba. That's my sister in Christ. She is so sweet. And we go all the way back, Melba, to the day in the snow when you were coming from church. I'll never forget it. You made my mom's day. My mom has gone home to glory now, but she'll never forget that she got to meet the iconic Melba Moore. Thank you so much.
They're asking, when are you back touring in the UK?
They're trying to get me to come back to the UK around February, which brings me to this. I have a show this weekend, guys, in Atlanta at the CNN building with I think it's for the Saints and the Falcons pre-party that they're doing for their big game at the Omni Hotel. You should be there because we're going to have a blast. I was shocked when they asked me to do the concert. I'll try to put up the time and the whereabouts when I'm done with my live, but I'm doing quite a few spot dates in the next couple of months, and then the tour dates are actually being set up now for the UK and Africa.
Someone asks, will you be open to doing a collab with Kelly Price?
I'm open to do a collab with anybody. I just did a collaboration with Music Soul Child that's out of sight. It's called The Gym. I don't know whether you ever heard it before, but I'm basically open to do a duet or a collaboration with anybody that's willing to work hard and work with me.
Top 3 songs that you've wrote.
It all depends on your thoughts on what my top 3 songs. I have my favorites that you probably never even heard before, but of course, writing on No More Rain, Brother, Seems You Much Too Busy. Let me break it down, Bone to Pick. I mean, I could go on and on. Spanish Joint, Africa, Send It On. I can go on and on, but to ask me to pick the 3 favorites is very hard.
said when you pull out your Mocha Glam says when you pull out your pots, what's the best dish you can make? Can we get a cooking episode?
When I pull out my pot, I love to make oxtails and I love to make cabbage. But I am known for my macaroni salad and my yams.
Melba Moore said, would you ever do a duet with her?
I would love to do a duet with you, Melba.
Roselle said, thank you so much for your music. It helped me so much through a difficult time in my life.
Roselle, I'm honored that you have, healed from my music. Thank you for listening.
Christian Myrick said, what was the inspiration for Remy Red and what you dying for?
Okay, the inspiration for Remy Red, great question. Remy Red came from me having a meeting with asking the owner why did they use the centaur on the bottle. The centaur is the sign of a Sagittarian. I was told that the centaur, everybody that owned Remy Red in the company was a Sagittarius, and so they went with the centaur as a joint venture to say we're all the same, we're all connected. Remy Red was inspired just by the unity and the love. I love that song. I'm glad that you love it. It's one of my favorite songs. And the song What You Dying For is, I had known some people in the industry that we used to look up to that worked for magazine companies, and people were committing suicide. And a lot of them were committing suicide because they couldn't control a situation. And so I was angry, like, what you dying for? You're never going to know, because once your eyes is closed, that's all she wrote. And I just did not want people to take their lives without at least researching that you can't come back from that, The Bible tells us that that's the one sin that God does not forgive. So to know that a person has killed themselves and the chances for them making it into heaven, to lose anybody that way is disheartening. So that was something I wanted to say to people who was even thinking remotely about taking their own life.
King of Retro Soul says, how was your brief writing stint for the group Solo?
How was my brief
writing stint for the group Solo?
Oh God, did I write something for Solo?
I guess, I don't know. It's lovely.
I can't remember. Enlighten me. I'm sorry. I'm getting old now. I can't remember. What song was that?
Let's see. Somebody else asked, how did the Girlfriends theme song come about?
Okay. Well, the Girlfriend theme song, I was actually heading back to New Jersey, New York at the time. And the young gentleman that was working with Mara Brock on the show, they stopped me because I happened to be in the studio in the next room, and they wanted me to know if I would sing or help him with the song. And I was like, yeah, and they wanted to pay me a nice little piece of change to do it. So they had already been doing the music, and he and I were just brainstorming and vibing. And when it took about 30 minutes to do, it wasn't that long, because if you notice, I think the song might play a minute or so. And it was an easy feel because the show was Girlfriends, and basically you wanted to say, what is a girlfriend? She's a friend that's there through thick and thin. And that she's always going to be there and there for anyone. And these are my girlfriends. So it was an easy flip. I'm surprised because a lot of people didn't know that was me.
Mario Garrido says, back to your time with J Records, what was the reason behind releasing a greatest hits compilation after a wonderful 3 albums run?
Well, my brief stint with J Records was releasing a greatest hits album was a decision that was made by the company. At the time, they had just left Arista, and I was asked to join the company after L.A. Reid had taken over. I was blindsided with that, and I went with the flow because I loved Peter Edge, who was the A&R director. However, when it was time for me to do that album, my album was originally titled Diary of a Soul Sister. And I don't want to get into that because that's a secret that I'm going to reveal, so I won't get in that. You'll have to chime in at 7 p.m. on my YouTube channel to get that secret, and it'll be either tonight or tomorrow night that I reveal the secret. But there was a reason they did the Greatest Hits album, and I would love to share it with you, but not on Instagram. So what I will tell you, though, is you don't want to miss it. So don't forget to be on at 7 p.m. and hit that notification bell. Join, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and get all of those answers you need. All right? Well, you pushing my buttons asking certain questions.
J. Cool Jacob asked, did you ever win the case with Bruno Mars?
Well, J. Cool, let me just say this. We have not won the case with Bruno Mars yet. Let's see if they say Bruno Mars because he stole bars. But I will say this. After hearing how the intellectual properties were tossed around and possibly misplaced and misused, we are convinced that, anybody with any mindset of goodness knows that it's our song, and we got taken advantage of. So everybody has eaten off of it except for us. We did not get it, not because it was not used. We didn't get it because as kids we were taken advantage of, basically.
One melody maker says, do you think it's best to be with a label or independent?
Well, the climate of the industry, melody maker, let me just say this. You would be better off now to do your own thing, because to try to get with a label right now, you're really not sure what it's going to take to get in, how long you got to stay in, what you got to give up to get in. So you might as well take a chance on yourself. That's what I would do if I were, if I were in your position. We got about another 5 minutes, guys, before I'm signing off. So let's get your questions in real quick. I got to get ready for my 7 p.m. YouTube moment. I'm looking forward to having you hit that notification bell tonight, 7 p.m. And if you want to go ahead and lock yourself in now so you can get notifications when I log on, you'll already be in. Go ahead, help yourself. I look forward to it. Couple of secrets that I'm going to release tonight.
Someone asked what you do it with Jaguar, right?
First of all, I know Jaguar, and I've already worked not in a duet situation with Jaguar, but I know Jaguar has a great voice. I've worked with she and I did a show together in Atlantic City some years ago. So Jaguar definitely is somebody, in my opinion, that I would want to work with. I don't have no reason not to work with Jaguar. She's dope.
Any plans for a book?
Well, just like my plans for a movie, There was always a plan for a book. But to be real honest with you, I'm kind of skeptical now about anything. This is why I'm talking and revealing my secrets now, because you're getting it from my mouth to your ears. 9 times out of 10, they will do a book. They will do a movie. They will try to tell the story. But there's nothing like, being prepared and having something to reflect on. These moments are made for you to be able to reflect on my truth. So, who knows? If they do a book, they do a book. If they don't, there ain't no skin off my teeth, because guess what? I'm good. Okay?
And just the YouTube name.
Okay, my YouTube name is at the Angie Stone. Okay, at the real Angie Stone. At the real Angie Stone. Okay? 7 p.m. Hit the notification bell. Secrets Revealed series. From me to you. And for all the people that are interested in my music, I have a new song about to drop. We're actually mixing it right now. It's a duet. It's featured with my girlfriend Juanita Wynn. And my good friend Jay Brown is also singing on it. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be great. I will give you all a heads up when it drops. But for those that didn't know, you can go on YouTube, or you can go to the Apple store. You can Google Love Language, which was my latest album that I have a duet with Music Soul Child. There's a song on there called Good Man that's really great. Do yourself a favor. If you want to hear some good music, go check it out. All right?
One last one. Jackie asks, are your children doing music?
Okay, Jackie, of course my children are doing music. They love music. They grew up around it. My son is music Swabo Twain. One Swabo Twain. My daughter is Lady Diamond. They both are very, very talented. I'm proud of them, but they're working very hard for it. I mean, it's not like you can give it to them anymore, and they understand the nature of the game. They know they've got to work hard to get it. All right, listen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to look forward to all of you, at least some of you, tonight. Once again, shout out to AT2 for doing it the right way. Thank you, my brother. And call me, DM me. I'd love to stay connected with you. So you can show these other bloggers how to do it the right way. All the other people that I had to strike, no harm intended, but you're dead wrong. You know you shouldn't have stole that stuff and put a twist on it. God bless you all. I look forward to seeing you tonight for more Secrets Revealed. And who knows what's up next. Peace and blessings.